Are we live?
We're
Is it
live.
for real? I am so
Heyo.
excited for today. Welcome,
Here
everyone,
we are.
to Just Start. We are meeting. These are my favorite types of interviews, is when I get to chat with contractors and learn what they're doing and they're implementing, and learn how they're growing, right? And so we have Riley Sentner with us today. And so tell us a little bit about you, Riley. First of all,
Yes.
hey, Jen, good to see you. You're doing massive things.
Oh my God.
How about
We'll end with that.
Yeah. I
What's
cannot
up to
wait.
everybody that joined? John, Khalid, Billy, you guys, Sydney. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm really excited, Riley.
Thank
This
you,
is your
DJ.
show.
Hey, Billy.
All right. So, Riley, tell us a little about who you are, where you came from, and your experience with AI.
Yeah, so I've been with LCS Heating and Cooling here in Indianapolis for 2 years. I started in a sales role when I came in, and just discovered that sales probably wasn't my natural fit, and so they created a in-house marketing role for me, and I stepped into that and really started to find my passion. Doing things that gave me energy. I come from a background in the trades. I started out doing like construction staffing and sales in that arena, and then was a chimney sweep for a couple of years for a chimney and masonry company here in Indianapolis, and then landed at LCS. And doing marketing has been my passion, like I said, and I love kind of connecting, finding the gaps and the issues between marketing and operations and sales, and trying to fix those with AI and software and technology. And I really think when I landed in the marketing position, helped marketing for LCS was always kind of this thing over here on the side that no one did but Renee, our owner. And I came in and kind of started connecting it to every element of the business and helping others discover that marketing touches every department. So
One of the things
I was just going to say, I'll tell you, from being on the marketing side of their business, every company needs somebody like Riley in the middle, because this guy, I mean, I hear and I watch what happens in Slack channels and whatnot, and he is the conduit in between the entire front end of the supply chain and the back end of the supply chain. And having a conduit means everything, because it's no longer like them and us, it's we. And when he talks about connecting those dots, I mean, this guy gets nitty gritty. He gets into the weeds. He's looking at literally the entire funnel, the entire pipeline, following the lead from exactly where it was sourced from, where it comes through, and knows regardless of source, this man has been able to trace. It was a call and this was the experience. This was a form and this was the experience. This is how we handled it step by step. But I'm sure it's not comfortable challenging everyone internally, because once you really get into the weeds, you start going, oh, this is where we're bleeding. Oh, it is kind of working, but it's not working here. So it's been really, I just want to highlight the fact that you've done an incredible job with our team, diving into those pieces and trying to solve them individually.
Thank you.
That's what I was going to say, is every time I meet with you, Riley, I feel like you're so analytical about it all. Like, I'm over here as a hype girl. I'm super excited, and I love seeing the graphs and where we're going. And Riley has hard questions. Riley like digs in and wants to connect. And I'm like, that's a really smart question. Let me figure that out for you. So really excited to learn from you today too, Riley, and figure out how we can bring efficiencies into the business using one of those tools that so many of us use.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think one thing to say about Just Start AI and the community here, I think number one, it's helped me a lot grow as a marketer, or grow as an understanding for software and AI. But I think it embodies what the HVAC industry or the home services industry has done for me. I mean, I came into the marketing role with zero experience in a traditional marketing position, and without AI, without ChatGPT, and without like podcasts and stuff throughout the industry and conversations with Jen and their team and Lemon Seed teaching me things about marketing, I wouldn't have gotten to where I am right now. So
for someone
like,
I agree.
It worked, Jen. This is the whole reason we started Just Start AI.
yeah.
It was the whole reason, Riley, because Jen would talk and I'm like, Jen, you're talking about doomsday. It's really scary. We need to figure out how we can get contractors in and we need to get them just started. And so that's why this group was born.
Yeah. When you got into Just Start AI, because I mean, there's almost 1,000 members in there right now. I don't think everybody that joins takes the same approach that you did. What made it successful for you? What did you learn first? How did you go about joining the community? What was your participation rate? How did you use the content and the mediums that were in there? And then most importantly, how did you start applying it? Like, what did you start studying first? Which one did you wind up picking up? Because there's a lot of things you could get into inside of there. And then we'll dive into how you're solving problems right now.
Yeah, I think I was using ChatGPT before the Just Start AI community launched, but I think something that helped me specifically was I had a baby during the summer, like right after you guys launched, and so Just Start AI, like the content, when I was like up in the middle of the night and trying to put the kid back to sleep, I was able to hop on there and like read stuff and just like learn and consume information, consume knowledge, and obviously that's just one example for me, but I think the trainings, the videos have just empowered me to go and learn and understand things better. And I probably started using was using Opus a little bit already for social media and podcast stuff before you guys started talking about it. But I really think it took off a lot when you brought Manus to the table, and that's where like things became a game changer, because I think I started understanding, like having a full picture of what agentic was when I started using Manus. Because like I think with ChatGPT, it was kind of this big, like, I don't know what this is, and I think we talked about it and met with it, but seeing it like with Manus was like, oh, this is what it is and this is what it can do. And
because you're watching it in terminal. You're watching the Ubuntu terminal and watching the agents work, which helps you understand the logic. It helps you improve processing, prompting, refining. Sweet.
It was smart that they opened up that terminal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We're just about to launch.
One agent.
We're just about to launch all sorts of novice classes. And so Karen Glasser and I will be taking people through browsers. We'll be taking people through how to use chat in projects. We'll be taking people through Manus. Cool. And it's going to be really fun to start that series. And so that'll be every other week on Wednesdays coming up here soon.
Yeah. I love that. All right. So what'd you build?
Yeah, I built forms.
What was the problem?
All of you need to know that if you show Jen something that you're proud of, she'll be like, oh, this is so exciting. Let's get you on a webinar to teach it. Let's build something, right? Yeah. And so when you share with us, you get to share with all.
So what was the problem? Mm-hmm. Well, and then let's talk about the solution and how did you get there?
Yeah, so the problem for us was I think we needed forms. We have a lot of forms in ServiceTitan, like so many that we needed to condense some of the forms and build forms that produce the results that we wanted. So we want to be in the homes looking for opportunities to maintain customer systems or provide enhancements and comfort upgrades and things like that in a educational and let the customer decide what to do. But also we just wanted to be able to guide our technicians with a form that prompted them to look for opportunities and ask questions and be curious. And so getting into honestly, the reason I discovered that the forms could be coded was I went to download all the forms that we have in there and see. I just thought they were going to download as a PDF, and they downloaded as JSON files, and I was like, what the heck do I do with this? I'm like, I don't know how to read this. And then I probably saw something on Just Start AI or a podcast or something about using AI to code. And I was like, I wonder if this would work. And I just popped it in there. I think I started on ChatGPT and it had a lot of issues with errors and stuff. It wasn't learning.
Were you on ChatGPT? Which version? Did you use Codex?
No, I used conversational. So that was probably the problem. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. I would never use ChatGPT to code, but they do have a Codex platform, which if you want to play around with it, it's a good place to learn.
Okay.
But yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah, change the models, or get out of ChatGPT, which is good. You did. In Manus, how'd you start? Did you just take the JSON file and drop it in? Start prompting, asking what it could do?
I took the JSON files and asked it to review everything in the code and learn and understand the structure of the code and what ServiceTitan requires. And then it built some forms, some JSON files for me, and then I uploaded them and found errors and copy and pasted those errors back to Manus and just started kind of teaching in the project, teaching Manus how to do it. So,
all right. Well, can we see it?
Yeah.
Because I think we're going to learn mostly that way. So those of you that don't really know what a JSON file is, you don't have to, right? You're able to pull those files and now ask Manus what the heck to do with them and how to update them.
Yeah. So do you have Gemini on your desktop, on your browser? If you're looking at your browser in the very top right-hand corner, do you have Gemini installed?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. So just little pointer that will help everyone is when you're working inside Manus. Yep. So let's pull this up. So we're in Manus. Let's pull up your project.
Yep. I'm here.
And can we replay your project? You want to pull up the code window?
Jen, tell me about the Gemini button. Why do you care?
I'm going to show you. Yeah. So we're going to do it. We'll show you here. I still want you to share this with me.
Okay. So.
Yep. So click the task real quick. All right. Now click your terminal window right there. Terminal left-hand side. Yep. That box. Open it up. Okay. So right now, also click Gemini on your browser. Okay. Yes. All right. So this is a perfect working space for everyone. This working space gives you 10 agents at the same time, terminal access, semi-terminal. This is a little Ubuntu computer. So when I say terminal in my world, this is a perfect terminal for you. Okay. Terminal would normally be like the terminal on your computer or in cursor, but that's fine. I'm being too much. Okay. On the right-hand side, now you have a PhD monitoring what you're doing and advising. So Gemini browser can review everything you're doing in terminal. It can see Ajax files, it can see JavaScript files, it can see HTML files, and it can read the text on the side. So while you're prompting, so ask Gemini real quick, just say,
ooh, we lost you.
I lost you.
Come back to us, Jen. But I think what's happening here is
Gemini on the right.
She's back. We missed you, Jen. We missed that middle part. So basically,
what do I ask
viewers, we have the professor, and then we have us, the student, making it happen.
Yeah, she's completely changing my workflow. I don't even do any of this. I just use this. I just use like the left side.
Okay. Sorry, I'm back. Okay, so this is a workspace. This is when you're prompting, your computer needs to look like this. Left-hand side, conversational. Center, that's your terminal window. Right-hand side, that's your PhD. That's your advisor. So right now in Gemini, just type evaluate.
Okay, so Jen, I have most of my content in chat. Like chat knows me best. How do I get chat to tell Gemini what I need and then start working more in Gemini?
So it's not more in or out of. Gemini, you want to do both at the same time. So Gemini is your coach.
Okay.
Okay. It can see everything on your screen. It can read what's in the terminal. It can see your prompt. So here it's saying technical architecture,
and
right?
it can access my drive, right? Because I use Google Drive. So is that going to help at all?
If you turn on the connectors, maybe. It depends. So garbage in, garbage out. If your Google Drive is full of relevant, current, organized information, great, connect it. Otherwise, it can also discombobulate the hell out of it if you've got a messy kitchen. So,
not me.
Yeah, I have a clean kitchen too. Mine is so organized. But my drive,
Yeah.
I don't really use Google Drive very much anymore. So
here we are learning, Riley. We're always learning from this woman.
Yeah. So right here, this is saying conditional logic effects, right? We have 8 rules. The form is thin enough to be performant on mobile devices. Just ask it, how can I improve?
And while it's doing that, can we get a very quick version of what Manus is, what Gemini is, and then even what chat is for the newbies here?
Yeah, so
that's going to be our first class. Just so you know, with Karen Glasser, we'll go really in depth into all of the browsers and all that information. But
so ask it for an improved code file. Ask Gemini for an improved code file.
Okay.
And then say include in. Yep. Okay, we're gonna do this.
Jen, I think we jumped the gun here. Riley, you downloaded a form from ServiceTitan. That raw form you then put into Manus.
Yes.
And
yeah,
then
I can show you the workflow.
Yeah, let's start with workflow, and then
whoa. Hold up.
You need me to scroll down?
In real time.
Gemini, scroll down or scroll. Okay, there you go. All right. Okay, so right here. So anything that you do inside your Manus, right? Your auditor is Gemini. So if you ask Gemini to audit what you've done, you could even give it insights and say, what else could it do? What else should it do? How do I ensure it's secure? You could say, how do I ensure data is persistent, meaning saved field to field or reused? You could say, how do I then turn this into an app? How do I turn it into a template that can be replicated? So you can keep going further, and then Manus will literally give you the code file in an improved version. So even if you aren't sure how to do something inside here and you've got code, your auditor to help you check your work to see if it's done well, because Manus is good, but I'll tell you, my devs hate Manus. My developers despise it. I get clowned on a regular basis, which is fine, but it's a good place to learn. But that code file right there, if you copy that code file where it says JSON on the right-hand side on your Gemini window, click the little squares in the top right corner on the Gemini window where it says JSON. Yep. Scroll up a little bit. Nope. So in your window, context window, click copy code, and then copy that code over to your Manus browser. There you go.
Send.
Okay, and then send. Okay, sorry. So always take, anytime you're working inside Manus and you're getting into code files or design files or HTML, CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, JSON, anything like that, always keep your partner with you. So your partner's going to be Gemini. All right, so you're sharing a snippet of advanced ServiceTitan code with rules, which is requires action dynamic fields based on conditions. If then this, that's what that is. A multi-action rule that performs toggle requirements, greater than operators, right? For comparisons, these are great enhancements. Would you like, so.
We lost you, Jen.
Itself. Okay, but go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna pause for a minute, and you can go back to the starting point. Sorry, Steph.
Okay.
Translator.
We lost some of that, but we're really excited to have an agent and a PhD guiding us along the ride. But Riley, let's start from the beginning, and then we'll see how well we did, and then we'll add that in.
Okay. So I'm going to go back to my handy dandy PDF here. So with Manus, Jen or Steph, do you want to give a little overview of Manus real quick, what it is and how it works?
Multi-agent platform. So you can have up to 10 AI agents working at the same time. In terminal view, ability to browse. So it has the ability to browse in terminal. So this, if you ask this something complicated where it needs to go do some research, it's possible that it asks if it can take control of your computer, in which it will create another browser window on your computer. And it will actually start using your computer to do things, but it's a safe environment. It's not like the little Claude bots and all that. So
okay, so contractors, here's what I told my chat. I told my chat I was the architect, Manus was the general contractor, and its agents were our subcontractors. And I needed to build according to this plan. And then every time I wanted to change that prompt, I told it to create a change order for me, because I understood that language. So use language that you understand as you get started in this space, right?
Yeah.
And so I was able to create the prompts that I wanted to do in ChatGPT, bring them over to Manus. I'm finding that the less information you actually give Manus, the better it performs. And so you don't want to overthink those prompts either. But
the other thing is if you're using one LLM to prepare to do something in another LLM, if you're the architect, technically Manus is the architect. So the only thing I would change on that is I would tell ChatGPT the literal version, which is I am utilizing Manus to accomplish X, Y, and Z, and prepare it for Manus, because Manus has a different operating platform and you want it to give you what you want done in the operating platform you're working.
Yes, I did all of that too. So that was a good tip from Jen. But Riley, you were in ServiceTitan. You realized you needed different forms.
Yeah.
She's still talking, but we didn't hear you, Jen, because your internet, there's something going on up there.
I don't know.
And so you downloaded the form.
Yep.
And that's where we are, right?
Yeah. So hop into Manus, do the sign in, everything. Start a Manus project. So that's where you go over here to the little plus button on projects. It opens up this window here. You can add instructions here. And this is where I use ChatGPT to create instructions like you did, Stephanie. And then I added all of the forms that I downloaded from ServiceTitan to this project. So now Manus, when it is getting prompted to build a form, it has reference points back to all of these JSONs, and I can name the file. Like if I wanted to combine two ServiceTitan forms, I can name the file to use, and it can combine the questions and everything on the form into one file in the integration.
So you loaded them all.
Go ahead.
Yeah, you loaded them all.
Yes, I did.
Great. I know our team members are often saying there's too many forms, there's too many questions, and so I'm hoping at the end of this, it's going to spit out a more intuitive form that they have better buy-in with. We currently use a paper version, and then we have a closeout form.
Okay.
And I know my team, I've put in a bunch of questions for them, and they will use it literally like a script. And the problem is my questions aren't open-ended. So now I have to go back and I need to change all my forms to have open-ended questions, because my technicians are literally just reading the question off of the piece of paper instead of being intuitive about what they're doing.
Yeah. So that's the magic of this, is you can prompt in natural language like you would ChatGPT, the type of form you want to build. And like, so the prompt I have, so once you get all the instructions uploaded, the files uploaded that you want in there, you can start prompting. So like a prompt that I would use is analyze the uploaded JSON files to understand the required ServiceTitan Form 2.0 format and the content for our existing forms. And then it would analyze, learn, and understand the structure of the forms from a coding standpoint. And then when I want to build the form, I say something like create a consolidated comprehensive maintenance form that combines our current office follow-up maintenance form and our gas furnace heating tune-up form. The form should be conditional logic to display the appropriate checklist based on the type of maintenance selected, the type of systems we're working on, etc.
As if you were asking your assistant to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Awesome.
So in my instructions, I have, let's see.
And these instructions were created in ChatGPT?
Yep.
Real quick, keep Gemini open while you do this. Let Gemini read your instructions and say, how can I improve the project instructions?
Your forms are getting a lift right now, Riley. You thought you came with gold. Let's make them play.
I literally do nothing without having Gemini on the side. Even if it's
how long ago did you start implementing Gemini on the side, Jen?
When I paid $22,000 for our entire team to have it. So, I don't know. It's been a while. I guess I don't think about it because it's always open. So you could go anywhere, right? You could go to your website. That Gemini should never close. If you're on your email, you don't have to go back and forth to chat. I could think because I don't know how other people use the systems and I don't think about it. Like I would never go to ChatGPT and copy an email and paste it in there and then come back and write my email. I would just have Gemini read my email while I'm there and give me input or advice.
I have never used it.
I did not know that.
It was
I thought that was just on the.
This is us working through in real time. Okay,
this is helpful. So don't go anywhere without. Never close that Gemini window. Except when you're in your bank, but even then,
tell it to make you more money.
Yeah, let it. I mean, somebody told me the other day they were paying for rocket subscriptions to find all their subscriptions. I was like, literally open your bank account and ask Gemini, find all the recurring subscriptions.
Can it scroll on its own through pages or do you have to scroll?
It can read the whole everything. Anything on your screen it can see.
Probably want to pay for Gemini, correct? Doing that.
I do because for the whole company, but I don't know. I've never been in a free account.
Most of us, if you have a Google Workspace, you're paying for it.
Yes.
And so if you're using Google.
Yeah, I'm not paying for Gemini, so I would not do that. But
now, Jen, what if you're on the Microsoft side? Is there a Copilot equivalent?
I don't like Microsoft. I don't care. I don't know. I can't help with
you
anything.
You probably
other
have
than
to use
the stock performs very well over a long time.
The Edge browser or whatever.
There are still those of us in the trades that are using Microsoft. I am not one of those shops, but I get to be invited to team meetings, and I hate Teams, but I know that they're still out there. And so my guess would be there's probably a Copilot equivalent to this.
I would assume so. So probably built in.
Okay.
To me, Microsoft is like a green text message. If I get a green text, I have a bad day.
Chirp, fix that. Chirp now text messages in blue. Okay. So now that we have this information, what do you want Riley to do with it? Because he was already going to show us the gold standard for creating forms. His instructions?
Yeah, I don't want to mess with I would just say that I wouldn't have any completed project unless I had Gemini validate that I hadn't missed anything. But I don't want to get into the weeds on that because I don't know enough about
right into the weeds. Okay.
Sorry. I would just say always use that as your guide, right? That's your BFF.
Okay.
So you got to read it and see if the recommendations that it says are valid and going to improve your process, and then implement them on your project instructions.
I'm going to do some posts around level up your workspace. I mean, look, we're just going to add Gemini and a terminal, and
yes,
you're conversational. Okay. So,
so somebody, yes, Gemini is a Google product. Cindy had asked. It comes with Google Workspace.
Riley, you have these project instructions. You're going to save those, and then we're going to run it. Yes?
Yeah, we can do that. So real quick, I have it, Manus instructed here to always create the form outline before creating the JSON. So see here, always start with generating the outline, and then do not generate JSON until I give approval.
Why?
Because I don't want to. I want to be able to review the outline, make sure the questions and everything on the form is correct, or even take it to like my service manager or install manager, whoever's catching the form downstream to review and make sure it looks good, and then I'll have the JSON built. Because
you won't be able to see it in the JSON, right? Until it's uploaded into ServiceTitan. And this saves you credits in Manus.
Yes.
Smart.
Do you have tooltip availability inside your ServiceTitan? Can you add tooltips on them, on your form fields?
I don't know what that means. Yeah.
A tooltip would be, because either this needs to come with a set of instructions or an SOP, or you integrate tooltips into the form data, and your tooltips are going to be a little icon that shows up next to every field that gives instructions on if and then this is how to use the field, what it's for, and so forth. So
it's not like a little eye information bubble like other areas, but you can like create like the question and then add a description below the question.
Got it. Okay. Is that part of your instructions?
Good question.
Is that something you can add at this point, Jen, as you would add?
Yeah, what you would do is you let Gemini read all of it, then ask Gemini to rewrite the project instructions to include tooltips and any other recommended changes. Rewrite the project instructions to include tooltips, or what is you said in description? Field descriptions. And any other recommendations.
It's like a secret menu at a restaurant, and you have to know how to order. Like you've got to know what's available.
Mm-hmm. Just having that, if you guys aren't operating with AI living next to you, that will change your whole world. If you are trying to fix something on your phone and you're on Apple Care, like pull up Gemini and say, how do I do this? If you're trying to figure out how to share your Google AdWords account with your marketing company, pull up your Google AdWords account and set Gemini right next to you. Yeah, never go to chat for that. Just ask Gemini to read the screen and tell you what to click on. And it will tell you, click here, click here, click here. It'll tell you how to do anything.
The Gemini thing is super helpful specifically for ServiceTitan, because I've found that Gemini AI has a deeper knowledge base of ServiceTitan than ChatGPT. Like I'll ask questions in Gemini that ChatGPT won't understand or isn't giving the right output.
ChatGPT has no browser view. It can't see what you're doing. So Gemini is the lowest level AI you could get.
Sorry.
What was your question, Seth?
Do you have Gemini open on your phone all the time?
Not on my phone, but not on my phone. I have Grok, but on my computer, I have Gemini open.
Okay.
Not on my phone. I have Grok, but on my computer, I have Gemini open. if I'm not in Cursor, if I'm not living inside Terminal, then, and I'm using a normal browser, then you would keep Gemini open. If you're in your email, keep Gemini open. If you're in anything, if you're using a normal computer, keep Gemini open.
I'm excited. Can I have Gemini open while I'm in chat?
You should, because chat's a moron. So yes.
Stop putting my friend down.
Sorry.
Okay?
That's
my bestie right now.
I know.
So I want to train Gemini, but you just blew my mind because I just could open it, and then Gemini is involved, and now I can move around. And then I can use Gemini to help me move to Claude or move to whatever I want to move to.
Yep.
You just solved my problem.
Yay. I love that.
And help me move from the moron. Okay? Thank you.
Sorry, ChatGPT is such a slow
Okay,
dummy.
Riley, this is your show, sweets. Like, just take it back.
Go ahead. Sorry. Take it back.
Okay. So let's save the instructions. I'm going to leave the instructions as they are right now so I can continue. Stephanie, what do you want to prompt? What kind of form do you want to build?
What about a closeout form?
Okay.
Now you're being pretty specific there, HVAC service and maintenance, because you don't want it to be an install closeout. Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I'm following you.
Or do you have the ability to have dynamic forms? So you only have one form that can be tabular data that can transfer in between so you have one form that can handle any job, but you have the first thing it does is select the job type, and then it displays a different set of, okay, so
yeah, it's a conditional logic. The biggest, I haven't tested the conditional logic. I've had trouble getting Manus to code the requirements, ServiceTitan's like conditional logic requirements. Like it's not translating. Like it shows up in ServiceTitan, but like nothing's connected properly like it should be. So
Gemini might help with that.
Yeah,
maybe.
So let's try it. Ask it to build a dynamic. Keep that. Just say just put dynamic in front of HVAC.
Here's the secret menu.
And then put a colon.
Where?
So put dynamic by job type. So it'll be dynamic dynamic by job type form. And then put a colon. And then put job type equals, and then HVAC service, comma, maintenance, comma, repair. Is it repair? Installation?
Well, I think we'd have to actually pull our job types directly from ServiceTitan because they're going to have to be identical. And so job types are particular, and so are business units.
So
it doesn't have to be a ServiceTitan specific job type. It can, because I don't think forms are tied to.
Is there a data mapping for job type to forms?
Yes, there is. I guess they're called triggers, but I've not built those into my forms.
Okay. It would be manually. If there is data mapping to forms, specifically the field job type, then you would want it to match exactly. So if it was service _ repair, you'd want it to be exactly what the job type string or ID is.
So, and is that something that we could just download and then upload into the file project so it could reference it? Beautiful.
Yeah. So if you're in your,
let's do service, maintenance, install. Do you do residential and commercial, or do you just do residential?
We do both.
Is that important to have a different residential versus closeout?
So what are the database fields? Is residential and commercial called segment? What's the ID called in ServiceTitan for? Because that's another variation.
We call it.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
Job type or what? What's that called?
Business unit.
Business unit. Okay, so you're gonna say dynamic by job type and business unit. Right at the very beginning, say job type and business unit.
Well, I think
And then you're going to define your business units and define your job types.
That's a bigger
Yep,
project.
perfect. And then you're going to, where job type is, return, hold shift and return, put it on the next line.
That's how you do that? Shift and return?
In return, yeah. So hover over, right in front of job type, hold shift and return.
Sorry.
Listen, I'm Microsoft. I don't have a Mac.
Oh my gosh, I want to take your screen. Can I do it?
Sorry.
Give me your screen. Where is it? Can I do it? Will it let me?
No, let him run this show, Jen.
Okay, sorry.
Can I build the form like I have been building the form?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, build it. Just for everyone while he's doing that. So you're good. Do your normal prompt. So your prompt would be that I want to build a dynamic form by job type, business unit, then return. Then you would say define business unit, and then you would put equals commercial, comma, residential. Then the next line you would put define job type equals. Then you would say service, repair, installation, blah, blah, blah. But you're good. Do this. Definitely do this.
Jen, can you make us
You'll have less forms.
Jen, make us a Word doc.
Form that does everything. Yeah.
Make us a Word doc with all these cheats.
Yes.
Like shift and return for a new line.
Yeah. I don't know.
I didn't even know that was a thing because I'm over here trying to use my phone instead of the computer because I like the way it spaces better.
Okay.
Okay. So prompting here. Okay. Let's build a new form for service diagnostics. Build it to HVAC industry best practices while prompting our text to enhance comfort, safety, etc. Balance offering repair options with discussing replacement options with our system design specialists. We want to educate and guide customers to the right decisions while providing solid diagnosis of their problem.
Great.
Probably don't have to ask it if it makes sense, but I do anyway.
Is the goal of this to be a guide, or is the goal of this, what's the directive? Is the directive to try and close the business, win the business, or is the directive to guide them through a process?
The directive is to guide them through and prompt them to ask questions, be curious, kind of help them and give them kind of a sales process, as well as something to review with customers at the end of the job.
But this is literally like you being able to be a guide in their pocket.
Let me address something real quick. So you see that little window that comes up right there? The one that says dismiss or accept on the left-hand side? Okay, so in Manus and in most LLMs that are intelligent, not ChatGPT, you have the ability to set rules inside of a knowledge base that are permanent for all of your interactions with an LLM. We're just watching this code, but while it's doing that. So if you were to hit accept on that, which you do not have to, then every time you use this LLM, it is going to reference that document as one of the rules, even if it's unrelated. So you never technically want to hit accept unless it's a permanent piece of knowledge that you want evoked in every time you utilize this platform, regardless of what the scenario is. You only have 100 rules available inside, specifically inside Manus. So if you are saving rules, or if you're finding that you feel like your LLM is not performing really well, it could be that you have you've hit that accept button a whole bunch of times in random places without any logic of, does this make sense to be a rule that I want my AI to follow permanently in all scenarios? So for me, like I would set a rule that says always use dry code, not wet, which basically means don't reinvent the wheel. Don't ever create something I've already created before. If the code file already exists, I want you to always use the file that already exists. Never recreate something. That's how you build enormous big clusters. So that's something, no matter what, every time I'm in a coding environment, it must follow that rule. That's my standard. I don't want a messy code bank. So you got to think that literal, like it has to be something that you would, under all circumstances, it always follows that. So it might be something related to your brand, but if your brand evolves or something changes, you need to have a mental process, or you need to have a scheduled process for updating and cleaning your knowledge base to get the best out of your LLM. Otherwise, it's going to look like your Google Drive. We have a messy kitchen. Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. All right, so prompted it. It started working, created it at 13:44, and had a file produced by, let's see, where's the time?
Now it's waiting for you to review the outline, right?
Yeah, so
One
pull
of
up
the
the
things
outline, review
I love
the
about
outline.
Manus too is that you can continue to prompt it as it's working, and it will change.
Yep.
Might as well ask Gemini to review real quick, or just say any advice. Get used to it. I'm creating behavior here.
I cannot wait to use it. Because I think I'm smart using chat. Just wait. Just watch out, world. I have been equating AI to my cape lately. And so cape, AI is my superhero cape. The cape means nothing without the superhero.
Mm-hmm. I love all your analogies.
Right? But you just leveled up my cape.
See, there you go. So see all the improvements? So I would absolutely copy that entire thing and throw that back into Manus, because this found all the potential errors or issues with this outline, with the outline. This will save you massive credits, prompting, errors, issues, things you didn't think about. Yep.
So but it says, would you like me to generate a specific safety interlock JSON block so you can see how the hard stop logic functions? Would you continue with that? Or would you
I would have
ask
pulled
Gemini?
the JSON block. I would not have put that in there. I would have pulled the JSON block because I want to view the working form with the recommendations. But this is a good exercise to start with, modifying the outline.
Okay. And would you ask Gemini to prepare instructions to put back into Manus?
It just did. So copy that, paste it right back in. The Gemini will fix your code. It will fix everything while you're doing it. It will save you so much time. There you go.
We have about 10 minutes left.
Okay.
It looks like you went over on
You're good. Open an TXT file. The other thing you can do is you can say, add this as provided in a markdown file. So a .md is the standard file type for AI developers, which it will save you credit, save you money. A markdown file is definitely better than a Word document. It's just clean text file that AI can read. Kind of like when I say, don't put your website in a WordPress. I want less code.
markdown file instead of text.
Markdown file is the preferred. It's going to save you. Everything about AI is efficiency. So I want websites to be clean with less code, more text. I want a Word document is actually filled with a tremendous amount of code that AI has to read, and you're paying for that. So every time you load a PDF file in here or a Word document, you're paying for it to have to read through H1, H2, list item, bullet point list, all the HTML that's there, whereas a markdown file has zero code.
That's like saying please and thank you is expensive.
Yes. You're paying a lot for that. This is a slot machine. You got your credit card on. So we want to be efficient. But yeah.
Krista, can you take the transcript from this and get it to give us all of the Gen shortcuts?
Absolutely.
Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can create a list of all of the tips and tricks that Jen shared today in the, we'll call it the Jen's Corner or something.
I'll pull that for you.
And then say, well, what did Jen miss? Totally Gemini, different. What did Jen miss?
Sweet. Okay, good. So I'll include improvement, 26 environment impact warnings, EAT. Yeah, you have opportunity auto tagging, automatic customer profile. Sweet. Okay, now check your outline and see what you think.
Are there any questions out there on what we're doing and how we're building? Now, this takes a little bit of time to go back and forth, but it will save you hours later.
I got one ChatGPT breakup. Miss Michelle from Pink Collars over here.
Okay, let's build a.
Both of us are sad about it.
I'm sorry.
It's our first boyfriend, Jen. It's our first love, okay?
It's currently my mom's spouse. I get it. I know.
ChatGPT really missed the opportunity to name their conversational AI chat CHET.
Chat.
Claude.
Yeah. See how it asks you that all the time? It wants you to put a knowledge base in there, but nah. Or just dismiss that baby. Sweet.
So now you're creating the JSON.
I am. Yep.
And then are you going to show us actually uploading it into ServiceTitan?
Yeah. We have time.
Because the where to click is part of it.
We have time. We'll make time.
Okay.
And I'm going to be quiet from here on out.
I don't believe you.
I love you.
It'll throw an error. ServiceTitan will throw an error code and it'll send you over the edge.
But we're not going to go to ServiceTitan without Gemini.
Okay.
Because then you're going to use Gemini to solve the problem, not me. I'm going to be quiet. Damn.
She muted herself. That way she could talk and we won't even hear it. I'm trying to block for you, Riley.
Thank you. Uh-oh.
All right. So it's creating a file that we probably can't read.
Correct.
Okay. And then you're going to save that and go into ServiceTitan.
Yep. I'll download it and then go into ServiceTitan.
Where are you going to in ServiceTitan? So you're in Forms.
So we're going to Forms. We're going to hit Add Form. No, sorry. Import.
Where's Gemini?
Import form.
You better be careful. She's about to come off of mute.
Geez.
You better pop that on there. There you go.
Hello, Gemini.
Okay, so oh, Manus is still thinking.
Yeah.
You know, this would take me hours to build, and I'm over here impatient at the 3 minutes. I'm like, well, come on, Manus, let's freaking get it together.
Yeah. Yep.
But this is brilliant. We have a really hard time with conditional logic and figuring out all of the different paths that we want it to take on our forms. And so, Jen, she really wants to see the terminal, Riley. Really bad.
Okay.
Does this mean something to you? All right. Well,
Not me.
No, me either. Just takes
That's easier for me to understand than that outline was.
like reading a different language.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, the first time I tried to export a ServiceTitan form, it came out in JSON, and I was like, this is not what I wanted.
Well,
and I found out it was.
ServiceTitan's actually a beast, right? It's capable of doing a heavy lift, but we don't know how to use it. And so Manus gets to be that bridge for us to build the forms correctly, and then we can plug them in. So I think that that's really cool.
So one thing, so I went in here, when I first did this, conditional logic wasn't coming over in the code, so I went in here and did it manually. And then exported that one and put it back into Manus and taught it the conditional, or asked it to learn the conditional logic. to see if it worked, and I haven't tested it yet, so we shall see.
But that's in this form, in theory.
Yeah, it should be.
Can I show you something while this is running?
Yes.
Okay. Let me share screen real quick. So
You get 1 minute, Jen.
no. Okay, so this is Hydra.
Let's go totally sideways.
I'm just saying, before we say is a beast, I'm just saying. So let's say that I want to build a form and I want a job application. That is how a form should be built, quite frankly. So any technology that exists in today's environment, you should be able to use AI, and it just built the form that you want. You should be able to prompt your technology what you want, and it should be able to generate it in the application. You shouldn't have to do this in a third-party system and then come back and do all this crazy stuff. Literally, whatever I want, I should be able to build it and then customize it from there, and boom, your form is done.
And this is why I think you should consult with ServiceTitan, okay? But it is massive, and there's definitely ripple effects, and this is important for us operating inside of it. How can we use the tools that we have?
Yeah, but when you're looking for tech, just so you see, like all technology should now have the ability to leverage AI. If it's AI first, whatever you need to do, you should be able to use the AI within the platform to write the code for whatever it is. Hint, hint, ServiceTitan, create a form builder using AI, please. It's not that hard. Love you.
Okay.
Like that would be a low bar, some really good low hanging fruit to just knock out for all y'all real quick.
And you guys understand why we go round and round for hours at night. Here we go. All right.
Yeah.
So here's the form, and you're going to import.
Perfect. No issues.
Let's go. Error free. Thank you, Gemini and Riley.
Okay, let's see if there's any.
So Riley's selecting unpublished so that way he can see it before it goes out to his technicians.
Yeah. Does anyone ever publish something to their technicians and they freak out because they can't do something?
Let's see what's conditional here.
Yeah, let's see if it worked.
It's going to allow you to put it in. It's not already done.
Yeah, it's not already done. So unfortunately,
but I
I've not figured out how to solve that problem. But
so that's where I don't think we asked it to. So in your prompt, when you get done, right, go back and finish when you get off of this, go back and finish the prompt to give it the instructions of the conditional logic is by job type, by business unit. Give it the actual fields and ask it to be dynamic.
Now,
and then see if ServiceTitan can take
Riley, Gemini is new on this page. It's not actually, you can't continue the conversation from Manus over here in ServiceTitan though, right? Look, it says move here, ServiceTitan form.
Move here. Yeah, it's going to take yeah.
So then I could say, here, I want this to actually be conditional. How do we make that happen? Yes?
Conditional / dynamic. Right? So dynamic should give you the ability to have tabular data at the top. Your tabular data should mean the very first thing you choose is the business unit, and then you choose the service type, and then it gives you only the form fields that are relevant to that data set. That's
dynamic, Riley.
Yes, conditional and dynamic. So, and the term is tabular data. So I want a tabular form that allows me to access multiple form data sets based on business unit and service type, or whatever it's called. Service type? Service type.
Service unit, business unit, job
type.
Okay,
job type.
So down underneath that, you have something that says fast. Do you just always leave it on fast?
Yeah, it depends. If you're coding, then you could move it to thinking. So thinking mode means you're trying to plan. Fast means you're trying to get an answer. So anytime you're planning, so let's say, like, I would go back to this whole thing and I would move it to thinking mode. And I would say what my intent is. I want a dynamic form with tabular data and conditional logic based on business unit, job type, and I want to be able to ask the appropriate questions for each variation. So architect this for me in a format that can be exported and imported into ServiceTitan JSON file with no errors. Audit your work. So and then you're going to have it architect the entire thing because it's going to really think about it and it's going to plan it out versus you just conversating with it.
Do I need Manus at all? Or are you just doing this directly now with Gemini?
I'm not going to code in Gemini. I'm going to code in Claude or Manus, or I'm going to code in Cursor. So, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I would.
So you're still taking it from here. Gemini is your bridge over.
Yeah.
Got it.
But definitely thinking mode is when you don't know. Don't give it too much. Like, don't give it, I'm an architect, all that stuff. Don't give it that, like, give it a directive. I would actually want to tell it, I don't know how to do this. But what I want is, I want to condense the number of forms I'm using. What I want is a dynamic form that works in ServiceTitan. What I'm going to use is Manus to be able to build it. And I need you to figure out how to get this done so I can reduce what's currently 12 forms because I have one variation for every business type times every service type. Figure it out. Like, figure out how to get that done. Architect that. Plan for me. And then that way you're out of the equation. Play dummy on there. I know everybody wants to get all the, like, persona and this, and I'm a marketer and all that. That's all weird. I don't even know where that all that.
It's all very human, Jen.
I know, but it's like
stop being human.
Yeah.
Think like Jen.
Think about you're programming a robot that you don't want to murder the planet, right? I need to give it the directive. Think really hard about, like, what is the guardrails I can give it?
Okay. So now what are you doing over here, Riley? I see you moving.
So I was trying to figure out if I could upload the form that I built with conditional logic to Gemini and have it map out how to code the conditional logic. But
I don't believe you can upload in this integrated version. I think you have to go to the actual website in order to do that because, like, I read into that as well, trying to upload, like, a headshot for an image, and I had to go directly to Gemini.
But I wonder if you just opened it. Can it just read it if you opened it?
Maybe.
Yes.
And so if you open it here, because you have the form already in your forms, correct? So it's one of these with triggers, right? So, like, your AC coil only or your office follow-up?
No, it's one of the ones I created with Manus.
Oh. Well, I think there's going to have to be a part 2.
I think there is too.
But we learned a lot today.
So
we learned things like shift and return.
Yeah, you might just open up your ServiceTitan forms, the forms page that you are on, and start asking Gemini, how can I create dynamic forms to help condense the number of forms that are here? Like, you might start there, like, and get ideas on, here's the volume of forms that I have. What is and put it in thinking mode and say, help me create a strategy to condense the number of forms utilizing conditional logic and dynamic forms. And then it's going to give you a plan to solve the big problem.
Yeah. Okay.
But good job, man. Good freaking job. I love it. You're coding.
Thanks.
I think we should have, like, in the hot seat with Jen. That should be the, like, that should be the series, right? And
I mean, that's how we learn. This is how I learn. I go show my devs what I learned how to do, and they're like, "You're a freaking beast. Do you know you built an entire application completely insecure to the entire with all your data open and available to be hacked by anyone on the internet?" And I'm like, "Oh,
Oops.
Iron
okay, so now I gotta learn security."
Iron sharpens iron, and that's what we're doing here. So thank you, Riley, for
Thank you guys for
willing to
hosting.
come and share. I told him it was going to be really easy with us as his first live webinar, but Jen proved me wrong. So, we hope that you had a great time. We learned a lot from you. It was really great for our community. And I cannot wait to explore a lot of the doors that you've opened for me today, Riley. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah, good job, man. Way to explore. This is the best way to learn. Keep experimenting.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Thanks for having me.
And so excited for all of you to go ahead and update your forms. Please share things that you are doing. Share those forms with us. We can just keep leveling them up, right? So that's the idea behind Just Start, is we have to start somewhere. We can always make it better. But what we're doing today is better than what we did yesterday.
Yeah, I mean, the way this really works is when the community starts downloading these files and uploading them to the community, letting other people download them and apply other logic to them, and then reshare and reshare. That is called a code repository. So in our world, that's how we function, is we all live in GitHub. We have code repositories. We share all of our branches inside there. And somebody takes a branch that I've worked on and they improve it. And somebody takes a branch that they've worked on, and then Michael Parker gets his hands on it and they improve it. And then we re-download the new version. And you're like, if the community starts actually sharing their files, reutilizing each other's files, you guys are going to move, Stephanie's phrase, move much further, faster together.
Yeah. Krista, I think on all Jen's calls, we need to start a vocab list, because I'm just starting to write down words and concepts that I didn't even know or understand. So vocab and glossary lists from Jen would be ideal for us. So we've got a code repository. Use my branch. Go ahead.
Yes.
Or like a live ChatGPT translating her
Beautiful
on the screen.
Good, yeah. It's also called forking. So
Really?
Riley created a code repository. That's what he's just done there. It's not living in one, but he has one that should be uploaded to a repository. And the rest of the organization, when they grab it and they make a new version, it's called forking.
Sounds kind of kinky, Jen.
But
I get it. It's like you're breaking off on a branch. You're forking off on the road, and then you're creating your own journey.
Yes.
And then that can fork also.
Yeah, you can fork all you want, girl.
Keep forking.
Keep forking.
Okay. Started out with sister wives and ended on this. All right.
All right. Thank you so
Have
much,
a forking great day.
See you guys.
All right. Bye, you guys. Thank you, Krista.